Hi guys, welcome back to Selected Tokens. Once again, bringing you the latest projects to you, and we are going to talk today about Sentigraph, which is a new ICO that's going to be placed real close in the future. And this platform, or this ICO as you prefer, is really interesting. It's like no other thing that I review on this channel. And as you can see right now, we will gauge the sentiments of future user reactions to future events. So with an enhanced algorithm and leveraging the cognitive abilities of the IBM Watson, analyzing Twitter hashtags and Instagram content has not produced rather productive insights. You can improve our future via cognition, sentiment analysis, and the blockchain. So this is really something that I'm not used to review at all. So this is like a new segment of these new ICOs that are coming to here. So let's try to understand a little bit about this project, what they are up to, what they have been developing to this point. Let's try to understand what's the future applications as well for this project, and just let's try together to understand and gather as much information as we could about this project. So without further ado, maybe let's start to introduction video that they have here on their ICO website. Let's try to watch it and understand a little bit better how it can work and how is it work. So let's watch it then.
Rick is a sociologist. He possesses data from hundreds of people to make his forecasts about a particular event. While Rick is yawning, Twitter users add another 50,000 sarcastic posts that could make his forecasts more accurate. Earlier, Rick did not have any simple or effective tools for analyzing such information. But now, he has Sentigraph, the first decentralized platform that unites social networks, AI, interplanetary file system, IPFS, and the blockchain for offering useful predictive insights. Sentigraph will scan tweets related to a hashtag, which could be just about any actual event, like a stock price, political news, health information. These tweets are passed to IBM Watson, which returns corresponding sentiment data. Sentigraph analyzes the data from Watson and computes the graph index. The index denotes the sentiment level of the event and generates charts that Rick is able to use for his next line of action. The Sentigraph smart contract leverages a private IFPS network to store the graph index data, since it is exclusively for Rick. Rick is able to sign up in the platform and use emote tokens for querying and accessing the information. Sentigraph is useful for business applications, equity markets, futures, sports betting, national security, political consultancy. Do you want to be part of this disruptive initiative? Join Sentigraph.
So as you can see right now from this introductory video, that have real ambitions and their goals are really off the charts. So as you can see right there, we can build and gather information for all the social media platforms, and then that information will be useful to predict future events. And as you can see right there, the applications are enormous. So from politics, from sports, for it's really crazy if you think of what's the world is going to be in the next few years. But this is going to be a reality. So this is actually a product that is in the works, and we're starting to see more and more about this AI field conquering all of the fields. So in this case, in the informational field, we can see that AI is going to be a more prolific role in these types of inside prediction and trying to understand how the population is feeling about some problem, is feeling about some issue, either that's being a political matter or a more social content. So the applications are really amazing. We can see that they have like really off the chart system to do this. So they pass to the FPS, and as well as the integration and all the information passed to the IBM Watson. And you as a user on this platform, as you can see right there in the video that I showed, you can really see that you use their own token to get access to this information that you want to make and want to really to work on. So that's how their token is going to be. So to trying to understand a little bit further and to get there more information about this, let's just to scroll around and try to understand how they see the major use cases that's going to be for this product. So as you can see right there, from politics, sports betting, crime prediction and prevention, online gaming, reviews and polling systems, smart cities, equity markets, global and national security, and as well medicine and healthcare systems. So this is really like it's really huge if you think in that way, because we have all brother of these types of applications for this platform. So it's not really a specific platform that only works in like one specific way. You have all these outcomes that you can bring of providing that information to the platform, and this platform is really huge, and really what's great about it is the powerful network that they have to gather the information. So basically they scan all of the social media posts to make information value of that same posts that will help all of these different areas to predict events or just to try to understand what people are talking about it. And that's all great, because if you are a user of this platform, you can gather around this information, use their own token, and you get access to this information, and then you can take your conclusions or conclude your work in some way that you were trying to do before. So Sentigraph, I really think that's going to be like a huge player. Again, AI is going to be like a predominant thing in the future. More and more people are thinking that way. I'm one of those people too. I know I'm not the most technological person in that way, but I really think like AI is going to disrupt a lot of industries, and we are now seeing more and more ICOs trying to cap that disruptive innovation of AI itself. So AI is going to play a big role and going to disrupt all of these industries, and it's great to have like these first ICOs, in this case Sentigraph, building the way and trying to do it first, and that's always show commitment and innovation from the company itself. So let's going to read this to trying to understand a little bit more. So any individual or groups of persons interested in finding out the real-time outcome of a particular event, present or future, based on a community sentiments surrounding that event. For instance, an artist seeking to know if a music concert is favored by her fans. Another example is an active investor seeking to analyze investor sentiments corresponding to Apple stock. So with these examples, they're trying to say that they can really help the people know the outcome. So they can really help the people know what the sentiments, what are the feelings, what really the population is really thinking on that issue based on all of the social media posts. Then this information is combined, then it's either to IBM Watson and then to that protocol to FPS, and build that information to the user, in this case you, and by using the token you get access to this information. So once again, looking at this real uses application, it's really great. So let's try to see if they have a little bit more information on this. It's open a document right now, so let's see what this document will bring up to us, and let's say if this, what is in this document, and will be simple. So it's still loading, so let's wait up a little bit. Okay, so this is a real thorough and detailed document. As you can see, it's still loading. Maybe my PC is doing that. Yeah, it's not still loading, so maybe just have a look around into the index and trying to see what they're talking to us about in this document. So we have the use cases, customer service analysis, corporate messaging in search engine, election voter sentiment, healthcare patient sentiment, stock market sentiment, event sentiment, messaging sentiment, criminal sentiment, I'm really like stoked about all these possibilities for this. So I strongly recommend you to see this document by yourself with a little bit more time. Do your own research on this. Try to see if this is something that you are willing to use as a, as a user, let's say that way, in your current job, maybe on your future job, I don't know. But do your own research, trying to see here if this is something that you believe, this is something that you think is credible for you to invest. I strongly recommend to watch this document because I can tell right now, so it's really a thorough document. It's really loaded from detail. And yeah, in here, okay, so let's just take this for example. So the BMW sentiment analysis example. Oh, okay, it's really great. So we have the dealer experience, the 4 series of the BMW mobiles, and they have like here the sentiment, so the positive, the neutral, and the negative, and it gives you all of this in the chart, and you can see right away what are the population think about. So this is really like, as I've been saying, it's great. It's a little bit hard to understand at the beginning, I confess that, because some of these technological progress, their progress has been like so thorough and so quick that it's difficult to stay up and accompany all these projects as they are being developed. But in this case, I can really see that since they have so many applications, that this can be like really successful. So let's take a little bit work and trying to understand what this is more about. So let's trying to see if there are like more quick examples that we can use. Let's say like election voter sentiment. So okay, campaign professionals need minimal data that shows voter sentiment to make better decisions during campaigns. Using sentiment analysis via Sentigraph, campaign manager can see the influencers having positive discussions about their candidate and use this information to build and gain voter confidence. In essence, ability to extract any fake sentiment could be a positive advantage for Sentigraph. The tool gauge information about social media and do an offline analysis of the keywords specified. The keywords/rules engine can be built that allows users to track any sentiment that has been created falsely versus real customer behavior. So it's really cool that the system itself can track fake opinions from real opinions from the people that really think that matter is in that way, and can really play with this in terms of the emotion. So let's say somebody puts something like sarcastically online, the system can know that and have like a keyword metric that is used to it, and the system will tell if that information is true or is correct, or if it's something like a falsely done information, a comment with sarcasm and so on. So that's really good. Again, not bidding on the same page again, but I really think so. We have all of these possible applications for the Sentigraph platform. I can really see, like, in terms of elections and healthcare, stock market, event sentiment, criminal sentiment. I really think that's going to be like a huge thing for us, and I'm really happy that this project that is this groundbreaking. And my second point is we have to take due care and see that AI is going to be more and more present in our lives, and more jobs are relying on AI-based information in order to you to do your own work. So we're going to see that integration between AI and let's say humans being more and more prolific in the next few years. And it's great seeing these projects giving the first steps on the next technological disruption. So it's really cool. Again, this doc, I really recommend you. I'm going to spend a little more time after doing this video, try to understand a little bit more how the things work for the rest of the user cases. In this case, we take a little more in-depth look into the election and voter sentiment. That's for me it's going to be a really groundbreaking because elections are a little bit always. I mean, whenever we talk politics, it's always like um, a difficult issue to assume. So I guess like politics will play a big role on this. I mean, we are going to see like a lot of campaign managers using this tool in order to predict and trying to get the upper hand in their campaigns. So I can really see that. So let's just bounce quick to their website, trying to understand a little more. And the next topic that we have here on their website is the token economics. So let's have a quick look around it, try to understand a little bit better how this is going to work in the upcoming ICO. So briefly, we have like a quick explanation from the emote token. So the emotion token, I think, will play. So let's take a look around it and try to understand a little bit more. So we have 1 Tether is equivalent to 28,000 emote tokens. That's the current price for it, the standard price for it. So emote tokens are the official utility tokens of the Sentiment project. So this is really important to know. So this emote token will be an utility token. So keep in mind that. An authenticated user will be required to use tokens offered during the ICO or can be purchased from the in-app vault. Emote will be used to acquire the app and has affinity availability of 1 billion tokens. Of 60% will be circulated to the public through the token distribution events. So the company itself retains an order of around 40% to keep a little bit more control about it. So nothing new there. So emote will be used to analyze Twitter hashtags, make calls to IBM Watson, and finally compute the graph index, which is a representation of the sentiment level of users' reactions to an event. All tokens to execute team will be locked down for the 12-month period. So you have like a little quick overall look into what is the token about, the current price, what is going to use for, the specifications for the token. So now let's try to understand how they are going to distribute the same. So distribution, as we say right now, for 60% is from the public, 20% is reserved for the team, 10% from the ecosystem, 5% to growth initiatives, 2% for marketing and PR, 2% for advisors and bounty hunters, and 1% in reserves. So what really got my eye here is that like in terms of the other projects we see, you are used to see like a border like prolific distribution in terms of marketing and PR, because we cannot like default that in any project. So marketing and PR of course takes like a huge role. I'm surprised that they have like only 2% dedicated for marketing, but then once again that could basically mean that all of the things are already put in place. They have like already assembled themselves and make like a solid company or project out of this, and that they are not worried too much about marketing and PR because they have all of these things aligned now, and that's always a great thing. So 60% for the public, I guess it's great. Some of these projects put a lot of reservation for the tokens that put out in public. They're trying to gain value afterwards by retaining a lot of tokens in the beginning. We don't see that, so none red flags in here. Good distribution system. So they say they have a referral system as well. So I think you can still try to use this. So if you are liking the project so far, once again, I recommend you to do your own research. But if you are like a bounty hunter, you will like doing the stacks, or you will liking the project and you're trying to see how you can get a little bit more to take advantage on. I really recommend you to see this referral system. So we have a robust referral system that incentivizes users to invite their colleagues, friends, and family members. So once again, if you are liking this, you want to try to pull back some of your friends into the project and win some tokens out of it, or in some kind of privilege between the platform around it, I really recommend you to look at this referral system. just click here in the instructions and we'll have a page clearly stating what you need to do in order to be in this referral program. So yeah, let's doing like the quick roundup along the project before we're going to the roadmap, the team, then the partnerships, and so on. Just quickly sum up what is the Sentigraph. So Sentigraph is a system that provides predictive insights aimed at providing future events based on emotion data obtained by analyzing user reactions in a given event, leveraging artificial intelligence and blockchain. A suitable use case is analyzing Twitter hashtags using IBM's Watson and an algorithm to compute the graph index. The system can analyze equity markets, various review systems, social media, politics, healthcare, and security via related Twitter hashtags. So once again, here we have the quick resume. So how will the emote token be used? Emote will be used to compute the graph index of events. Emote will also be used for AVP game, which will incentivize users to predict the sentiment direction of Twitter hashtags. So in terms of the roadmap, we have the indication that 2017 was their first year of building this platform for them. We are now in 2018, as we all know. So this is the main thing that they have divided this by quarters when they are trying to achieve. So they want to, in this period, achieve all of this, as you can see right now. So let's see what they are going to do, or they predict to do in the future. So I can see right now, this is really interesting. Stabilizing and launching Sentigraph University for further research on sentiments, predictive analysis, insights, and ML how to positively impact the social environment and global economy. This is really, they're trying really to build a university out of the platform. It's really rare. I really see like people like psychologists or social workers, like anthropologists trying to use this platform in order to do that. In terms of a university, well, I really think that it's a cool idea. I never saw that in the ICO world, and this in space trying to build a university out of this. Really cool. Before making the video, so basically you can have like a roundup to see what these are going to be, so what they predict from the next quarters from this year and what you're trying to do in well as 2019. So taking a quick look for the team. It's really an experienced team. I recommend you to go to their LinkedIn pages, reach them on Twitter, any social that you find on them. They're really approachable. This, as you can see, the project was on sentiment, so they are going to respond to you if you have any questions. Nothing to say on the team, really solid team, a lot of background experience from all of the members, and as well as advisors as well. So no red flags. The team really checks out. You can see all of their profiles. I recommend you to do that if you are willing to invest your money, or if you just want to get more information about this project before making any decision of your part. So the partnerships, they have like a partnership announced with the Vambex group, and then you have their contacts. So yeah, I think we're gonna to close the video here. So I recommend you to follow all of these social medias if you are interested in the project. If you have any more specific doubts, I recommend you to reach them over email or any of these platforms. Telegram, of course, will be the more easiest way to approach these guys. And yeah, I think I'll really conduct the video here, and really exciting about this project. It's really something new, something fresh in the ICO world. And once again, closing up that note, we are going to see more and more AI projects in the beginning, and it's great seeing one in these first steps and they round up for investment. So if you are interested in this project, go ahead, have a look to their website, all of the social medias. And yeah, for me that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye.